All right, so we're diving into the world of Sunny Jetsun.
Okay.
You've given us like 42 love-conscious freespirit.pdf. It's a collection of his poems.
Right.
And you want to get a feel for his surreal style,
Okay.
the controversial stuff he tackles,
Yeah.
and find a poem that really hits home.
Okay.
Plus, you mentioned this deep dive is R-rated,
Right.
so we're going all in.
Let's do it.
Okay, so first impression.
Yeah.
This guy's imagery is wild.
I was going to say.
It's like Salvador Dali on acid.
It really is striking how he blends
Right.
the mundane and the fantastical.
Totally.
Like when he writes about a massive cockroach sunbathing on my toothbrush, it's repulsive,
Yeah.
but also strangely humorous.
It's so weird.
It makes you stop and think about the ordinary in a new way.
Right. Like who thinks of a cockroach sunbathing?
Exactly.
And then there's this line. Public conveniences,
Yeah.
they're free and they should be everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, Sonny, we get it. You're a man of the people. But it's that unexpected twist,
Ah!
you know?
It keeps you on your toes.
Yeah, that sudden shift in perspective
Yeah.
that makes his writing so intriguing.
He loves to disrupt our expectations, jolting us out of complacency.
He's like, wake up. The world is weirder and more wonderful than you think.
Exactly.
And then bam.
Yeah.
He hits you with lines like, phosphorus bombs, screams, only burnt bones. U.S. dropping ball-bearing bombs from 20,000 feet. Talk about a mood swing.
That's where the social commentary comes in.
Oh, yeah.
He doesn't shy away from the dark side of reality,
No.
war, violence, and justice. He confronts these issues head on.
Yeah.
He uses these vivid, sometimes graphic images to force us to confront them too.
No sugarcoating here.
No.
He's like a punch in the gut.
Yeah.
Waking you up to the harsh realities many try to ignore.
Right.
And it's not just war.
No.
He tackles political hypocrisy,
Ah.
social inequality, environmental destruction, you name it.
It's all there.
Like this line, no one left behind, winning hearts and minds, freedom, democracy. We are brainwashed believing in these slogans.
He sees through the propaganda, the empty rhetoric, the
Yeah.
systems of power that perpetuate these problems.
He's calling bullshit.
Absolutely.
And he's not afraid to name names.
Not at all.
And he gets personal, too.
Oh, yeah.
He writes about the destruction of indigenous cultures, the rape of the land.
Wow.
With lines like, your land is being raped, ask any dispirited Indian.
It's raw. It's angry.
But also deeply empathetic.
Yeah. He feels the pain of those who are marginalized and exploited.
Definitely.
His anger isn't just directed outward, though.
Oh, really?
He also turns that critical lens inward,
Okay.
questioning his own desires, his own place in the world.
Interesting.
In Too Busy Darling, he grapples with the complexities of love and attachment,
Okay.
asking, is it wrong, then, to want so much to be embraced by you as much as forever?
So he's laying bare his vulnerabilities,
He is.
his insecurities.
So his longing for connection.
And he doesn't shy away from using strong language to express those emotions.
Right.
He talks about his heart ripping apart,
Yeah.
feeling full of guilt, not wanting his emotions to be toyed with.
This raw honesty is refreshing.
It is.
It reminds us that love isn't always pretty and romantic. It can be messy, painful, and confusing.
Totally.
And Jetsun isn't afraid to show us that less glamorous side.
It's like he's saying, hey, I'm fucked up too, let's talk about it.
Exactly.
And that vulnerability,
Yeah.
that willingness to expose himself makes his work all the more relatable,
I agree.
even when it's dealing with these big, heavy themes.
It's in that tension between the personal and the political,
Yeah.
the surreal and the starkly real,
Right.
that Jetsun's poetry truly comes alive.
He also seems particularly concerned about technological control and surveillance.
Okay.
He's got lines about a 5G smart grid and artificial intelligence being connected to your mind's neocortex.
Sounds like he's been reading some dystopian sci-fi.
Right.
This fear of technology encroaching on human freedom.
Yeah,
It's something that resonates deeply with our current times.
it does.
He's warning us about a future where our thoughts and actions are monitored, manipulated, controlled.
He's a man ahead of his time.
He is.
But in the midst of all this darkness and social commentary,
Yeah.
he also throws in these moments of pure, unadulterated absurdity.
Really? Like what?
Like this gem.
Yeah.
If you survive a plane crash, you don't have to worry about surviving a crocodile attack.
What the hell, Sonny?
Oh, yeah, right.
He's got a wicked sense of humor.
He does.
It's like he's saying, hey, the world's a fucked up place, but let's not forget to laugh at the absurdity of it all.
It's a good reminder to find the humor,
It is.
even in the darkness.
For sure.
Okay, so we've got this wild imagery,
Yeah.
controversial topics, and a dark sense of humor.
What about the romantic stuff?
Oh, yeah.
You mentioned he's got a thing for women.
That definitely comes through in his work.
That's it.
There's a poem here called Once Upon a Time, a Lady Held the Sun
Okay.
that I think captures that romantic, almost mystical view of the feminine.
Interesting.
Okay. I'm intrigued.
You want to hear it?
Let's hear it.
You read it aloud.
I'll get the tissues ready.
Okay, here goes. Once upon a time, a lady held the sun. Thank you for giving me the sweetest love, my darling of wonder, full days. Dearest, I still cannot forget the sight of that beauty which walked in front of me and who touched my arm in the blue sea of summer. Dearest, I still cannot forget those wonderful days of joy which I have created into an art piece, made up of each movement and color, each one of your smiles and kisses. Dearest, time has passed, slowly. So many touches have you put on me, so many have I put on myself. Love, the dream has been for 2 seasons. The intensities, the hot burning sun which has melted my heart and mind. Dearest, I cannot count the glorious days which have passed us together. I cannot count the caresses. I cannot reason any more. I sit and try to arrange us. It is your hair falling in curls. I try to think of tomorrow, but can only remember the beauty which is now holding my hand in front of my amazed eyes. The autumn leaves and snowflakes, beauties of time and nature falling as hearts together. Your beauty is as the dancing sun. Your soul burns me, inspires my spirit. Dearest, a new year begins very soon. I wonder, I feel a fear too from you. A fear of your reckless surf. A swan gliding upon its crest. Dearest, where are your wings? This space with me. I saw only you, happy butterfly who looks for nectar and magic mushrooms. Magic you. I am still in the palace of wonder with you. Dearest, in you I see me so clearly.
Wow, that's intense.
It is, isn't it?
Like, seriously intense.
Yeah.
He's not holding back on the romantic imagery here.
Not at all.
It's all sunshine and butterflies and melting hearts.
It's a powerful evocation of love's transformative power.
It is.
How it can consume, you elevate, you change your perception of reality.
And the way he describes the woman,
Yeah.
it's clear he's totally smitten.
Yeah.
She's the sun, she's magic, she's everything.
He's head over heels.
But there's also a hint of melancholy there.
Oh,
A sense of time passing, love fading.
I see.
He talks about the dream having been for 2 seasons.
Right.
A subtle reminder that love, like the seasons, is subject to change.
It's bittersweet.
It is.
The knowledge that it can't last forever,
Right.
but that makes it all the more precious.
And the repetition of dearest.
Yeah.
It's almost like a mantra,
Okay.
a way of holding on to that feeling, that connection,
Uh-huh.
even as it slips away.
There's a sense of desperation there, too.
There is.
A fear of losing her, of being abandoned.
You could feel it.
He asks, where are your wings?
Right.
As if she's about to take flight, leaving him behind.
It's a potent mix of emotions.
He is.
Joy, longing, fear,
Yeah.
a deep, abiding love.
Powerful stuff.
This poem is definitely going on the R-rated list.
Uh-huh. I agree.
Okay, so we've touched on Sunny's wild imagery,
Yeah.
his willingness to tackle controversial issues,
Mm-hmm.
and his romantic side.
But there's something else going on here, too, right?
There is something deeper.
Like, he's not just writing about the world.
Right.
He's trying to understand the nature of reality itself.
You're right.
There's a strong spiritual undercurrent running through his work.
There is.
He talks about transcending the limitations of the mind,
Okay.
exploring different states of consciousness, even experimenting with psychedelics.
Interesting.
He even quotes Aldous Huxley, "To fathom hell or soar angelic, just take a pinch of psychedelic."
Sounds like our boy Sunny was on a journey of self-discovery.
His poetry seems to be, in part, an exploration of his own consciousness.
Yeah.
He's trying to grasp the nature of reality,
Right.
the relationship between mind and matter, the potential of human consciousness to expand beyond its perceived limits.
He seems particularly drawn to Buddhist philosophy,
Does he?
with its emphasis on mindfulness, non-attachment, and the interconnectedness of all things.
That makes sense.
There's even a section in the book explaining the 5 aggregates,
Really?
which is a core Buddhist concept.
Wow.
And he name drops some influential Buddhist thinkers and teachers,
Oh, yeah. Like who?
like J. Krishnamurti
Okay.
and Nyanaponika Thera.
Interesting.
But it's not just Eastern philosophy.
No.
He also mentions Western thinkers like Dostoevsky and Rumi.
He's drawing from a wide range of sources,
He is.
weaving together different perspectives and insights into his own unique tapestry.
He's a true seeker,
He is.
constantly exploring, questioning, and challenging conventional ways of thinking.
Okay, so we've got surrealism, social commentary, romance,
Yeah.
and spiritual exploration.
This guy's all over the map.
That's the beauty of it.
It is.
He's a complex, multifaceted individual.
Totally.
And his poetry reflects that complexity.
Right.
There's something for everyone in his work.
I think so.
Even if it's not always easy to digest.
That's for sure.
We've barely scratched the surface of this collection.
We haven't.
There's so much more to explore.
There is.
But maybe we should take a quick break.
Yeah, let's take a break.
And when we come back, we can dig deeper into some of the specific poems that stood out to us.
Sounds good to me.
All right, let's do it.
See you on the other side.
Okay.
We're back and ready to dive deeper into Sunny Jetsun's poetic universe.
Okay.
We've talked about his style, his themes, his influences.
Yeah.
But let's get down to the nitty-gritty.
Okay.
What are some of the poems that really grabbed you?
There's one called Collect Call.
Collect Call.
Yeah, that's stuck with me.
Okay.
It's short, but it packs a punch. It's about a woman calling her lover from Paris.
From Karis, okay.
Reversing the charges,
Uh-huh.
but then hanging up every time he answers.
Okay, that's weird.
Right.
What's the deal with that?
I think it speaks to the elusive nature of connection.
Okay.
The longing for intimacy that can never be fully satisfied.
So she wants to hear his voice.
She does.
But she's also afraid of vulnerability, of letting him in.
Right.
So she reaches out, then pulls back,
Yeah.
creating this cycle of anticipation and frustration.
Exactly like a tease, basically.
Like a tease, yeah.
But why reverse the charges?
Yeah, that seems kind of cruel.
There's a power dynamic at play there.
Okay.
A subtle manipulation.
Uh-huh.
She's making him pay for her fleeting connection.
Right.
For the privilege of hearing her silence.
Wow.
It's almost like she's punishing him for wanting her.
Damn, that's cold.
It is.
But I get it. Sometimes you just want to feel in control.
Yeah.
Even if it means hurting the other person. It's like a twisted game of cat and mouse.
It makes me think about how technology mediates our relationships these days.
It does.
We can connect with people across vast distances,
Yeah.
but sometimes those connections feel superficial, fleeting,
Yeah.
even frustrating.
Like we're constantly reaching out,
Right.
but never truly touching.
Like all those unanswered texts and ghosting stories you hear about.
Exactly. Technology can bring us closer,
It can.
but it can also create this sense of distance and isolation.
Right.
It's a paradox.
Exactly. And Jetsun, with his keen eye for the ironies of modern life, seems to be capturing that very paradox in this poem.
He's definitely got a knack for finding the deeper meaning in the seemingly mundane.
He does.
Remember that line about the plane crash and the crocodile attack?
Oh, yeah?
It's funny,
Yeah.
but it also makes you think about the randomness of life,
Uh-huh.
the absurd juxtaposition of tragedy and the everyday.
He's a master of using humor to disarm us, to make us laugh, even as he's forcing us to confront uncomfortable truths.
Okay, so Collect Call is on the list.
Okay.
What else grabbed you?
There's a poem called My Brother Who Loves Me.
My Brother Who Loves Me.
That's really moving.
Okay.
It's addressed directly to his brother,
Mhm.
and it's a beautiful expression of brotherly love and acceptance.
Oh, that's sweet.
It is.
But I thought we were sticking to the R-rated stuff.
Oh, yeah.
This sounds a bit Hallmark Channel.
Don't be fooled.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on beneath the surface.
Right.
Jetsun acknowledges that he and his brother have different perspectives, different ways of approaching the world.
Okay.
He even admits that his brother might see him as a bit of an oddball.
An oddball.
Yeah, someone who doesn't quite fit in.
So like the black sheep of the family?
Yeah.
The one who's always questioning things going against the grain.
Exactly. But despite those differences,
Okay.
Jetsun affirms his love for his brother, saying, yes, of course I try to allow, to believe, the space for what is to grow.
So he's emphasizing the importance of empathy and understanding,
He is.
even when faced with differing viewpoints.
Right. That's a powerful message.
It is.
Especially these days when everyone seems so quick to judge and condemn anyone who doesn't share their exact beliefs.
Yeah, it's a bit much sometimes.
He's also grappling with the complexities of communication and how difficult it can be to truly understand another person's experience.
It can be tough.
He says, even if this seems to say nothing, if it all seems just to be playing with words, if it seems escapist, unreal, not climbing the ladder, if it concept seems to be full of other kinds of zeros at the end, it doesn't mean that I don't see, appreciate, understand, share, or am unaware.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
It is.
But I think I get what he's saying.
What do you think he's saying?
He's like, hey, bro, I know I'm weird.
Yeah.
I know my words might not make sense to you, but that doesn't mean I don't love you and understand you in my own way.
Exactly. It's a heartfelt plea for his brother to see beyond the surface.
It is.
To recognize the depth of his love and understanding, even if it's expressed in unconventional ways.
It's a reminder that even in the closest of relationships,
Yeah,
miscommunication and misunderstandings can arise.
they do.
It takes effort, empathy,
Mm-hmm.
and a willingness to bridge those gaps to maintain a strong connection.
Right. So it's a love poem,
It is.
but it's also about communication acceptance
yeah,
and the challenges of navigating family relationships.
I dig it.
And he concludes the poem with a simple but profound statement.
Okay, what's that?
Yes, by all means, use your ideology. We are brothers, and I love you win or lose. I love you, brother, and I feel your love for me.
It's a beautiful sentiment,
It is.
one that speaks to the enduring power of family bonds.
Yeah,
And it's a reminder that love can transcend differences,
it can.
ideologies, and even miscommunication.
Exactly. And it brings us back to that theme of connection that we were discussing earlier.
Right.
Jetsun seems to be searching for connection on multiple levels.
He does.
With his lovers, with his family, with nature, with the divine, even with himself.
You know, we talked about Sunny's appreciation for women,
Yeah.
his respect for the feminine divine.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that comes through in a lot of his poems.
It does.
But there's also this raw, almost primal energy in his writing,
Okay.
especially when he's talking about sex.
I see what you mean.
Like in Once Upon a Time, a Lady Held the Sun,
Uh-huh.
when he talks about the intensity of their love melting his heart and mind.
Right.
That's some scorching imagery right there.
It is, and in Too Busy Darling, he describes his desire for his lover with an almost desperate intensity.
He does.
He talks about wanting to tear off all my clothes, wanting to be embraced by her as much as forever.
He's not holding back.
He's not.
It's passionate, it's raw, it's a bit messy,
It is.
but it's also honest.
Yeah.
He's not trying to sanitize his desires or make them more palatable.
He's embracing the full spectrum of human experience.
He is.
From the sublime to the carnal.
Which is pretty damn refreshing,
It is.
considering how much of our culture tries to sanitize and compartmentalize sex.
Exactly. Jetsun reminds us that desire, passion, and physical intimacy are integral parts of being human.
They are.
And he explores these themes with a boldness and vulnerability that's both challenging and inspiring.
Let's not forget his playful side.
Oh yeah, his playful side.
Remember that line about apricot biotic and abiotic bot?
Oh yeah, what was that about?
It's like he's making up words just for the fun of it.
He clearly enjoys playing with language,
He does.
pushing it to its limits,
Yeah.
creating new meanings and possibilities.
And that playfulness,
Mhm.
that sense of experimentation extends to his exploration of consciousness as well.
Okay.
He's not afraid to go to some pretty weird places in his quest for understanding.
Like where?
Like in that poem where he talks about eating magic mushrooms and seeing the world as a giant apricot.
Okay, that's pretty out there.
It is. His willingness to experiment with altered states of consciousness,
Yeah.
to challenge conventional ways of perceiving reality,
Uh-huh.
is another aspect of his work that might make some readers uncomfortable.
It might.
But that's the point, right?
I think so.
He's not trying to please everyone.
Nope.
He's being true to himself, to his own unique vision of the world.
And in doing so,
Yeah.
he invites us to question our own assumptions, to expand our own consciousness, and to embrace the messy, beautiful complexity of being human.
All right, so we've got a pretty good handle on Sunny Jetsun's poetry now.
I think we do.
He's a complex, contradictory,
Yeah.
and utterly fascinating figure.
He is.
He's a social critic, a spiritual seeker, a romantic, a rebel, and a bit of a goofball all rolled into one.
You got that right.
His work is a wild ride,
It is.
but it's a ride worth taking.
Now, there's one more poem that really struck a chord with me. It's called Toutes les grandes merveilles sous les rayons du soleil.
It's one of those poems that just washes over you like a wave,
Yeah.
leaving you feeling cleansed and renewed.
That one is beautiful.
It is.
It speaks to Sunny's deep connection with nature,
Mhm.
his reverence for the earth's beauty and power.
He contrasts the artificiality of modern life with the simple joys of being in nature.
Okay.
He talks about $1 million for a cup of coffee
Wow.
in the richest country on earth,
Right?
and then describes the wonder of toutes les grandes merveilles sous les rayons du soleil,
Mm-hmm.
the simple pleasure of les amoureux un billet doux,
Okay.
a love letter exchanged beneath the sun.
He seems to be saying that true wealth lies not in material possessions,
Yeah.
but in our connection to the natural world,
I agree with
to
that.
the beauty that surrounds us every day.
And he's not just romanticizing nature.
Yeah.
He also acknowledges the pain and destruction that humans have inflicted upon it.
I see.
He talks about mountains of wood, cut everything that was green, tall, ancient trees, all gone. And your land is being raped. Ask any dispirited Indian.
He sees the exploitation of nature as inextricably linked to the exploitation of people,
He does.
particularly indigenous cultures who have lived in harmony with the land for centuries.
He's calling out the greed,
Yeah.
the short-sightedness, the arrogance that has led to so much environmental devastation.
That's a powerful indictment.
And he's urging us to wake up.
To change our ways.
Yeah, to reconnect with the earth before it's too late.
His love for nature is a powerful force in his poetry.
It is.
The source of inspiration,
Right.
solace,
Mm-hmm.
and righteous anger.
And it's something that resonates deeply with me,
Yeah.
especially now when we're facing such an unprecedented environmental crisis.
Right.
Reading his words makes me want to get out there to fight for the planet,
Yeah.
to protect the beauty that remains.
It's a call to action.
It is.
A reminder that we're all connected to the earth.
We are.
And that its fate is ultimately our fate.
So, toutes les grandes merveilles sous les rayons du soleil definitely makes the list.
It does.
It's beautiful. It's powerful.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a message we all need to hear right now.
As we've been delving into Sunny's poetry,
Yeah.
I've been struck by his courage.
His courage?
He's not afraid to say what he thinks,
Is it?
even when it's unpopular,
Yeah.
even when it makes people uncomfortable.
He's definitely not one to shy away from controversy.
He's got that rebel spirit,
Uh-huh.
that punk rock attitude.
But it's more than just rebellion. There's
Yeah.
a deep conviction behind his words.
Okay,
A belief that poetry can be a force for change.
I see.
A way to challenge the status quo and awaken people to injustice.
He's using his art to speak truth to power,
He is.
to give voice to the voiceless.
And that's pretty damn inspiring.
It makes me think about the role of art in society. Its potential to inspire, to provoke, to transform.
Sunny's poetry is a reminder that art can be more than just entertainment or decoration.
It can't.
It can be a weapon,
Right.
a shield,
Uh-huh.
a mirror reflecting the complexities of our times.
It can make us think, feel, and act differently.
It can. And in a world that often feels increasingly divided and polarized,
Yeah.
Sunny's work reminds us of the power of empathy, connection, and understanding.
He's not just pointing fingers or preaching from a soapbox.
No, he isn't.
He's sharing his own struggles,
Mhm.
his own vulnerabilities,
Yeah.
his own journey of self-discovery.
And in doing so,
Yeah.
he invites us to join him on that journey,
Right.
to question our own assumptions,
Uh-huh.
and to embrace the messy, beautiful complexity of being human.
His poetry is a gift, a challenge, and an invitation all rolled into one.
Well, I think we've done justice to your stack of Sunny Jetsun's poetry.
I think we have.
We've explored his surreal style,
We did.
his controversial themes,
Mhm.
his romantic and spiritual yearnings,
Yeah.
and his unique voice.
For sure.
Hopefully you've gained a deeper understanding of his work and discovered a few poems that resonated with you.
I've certainly enjoyed this deep poet who stays with you long after you finish reading his words.
He's a force of nature,
He is.
a provocateur,
Sure.
a lover, a seeker,
Yeah.
and his poetry is a testament to the enduring power of the human spirit.
It is.
To question, to challenge, to love, and to create.
And as we conclude this exploration of Sunny Jetsun's work,
Yeah.
I'm left pondering this.
Okay.
If his poetry is a map of the human heart, what uncharted territories might it inspire us to explore within ourselves?